Welcome to the Equipped Disciple channel. My name is Rick McClatchy. I will be your host. We are here to be and to make disciples of Jesus, and we do that through daily devos, through Sunday sermons, and through other discipleship resources. We are here to equip you to be an equipped disciple. All right, welcome into another day of your daily devos. I'm Pastor Rick, and we are hitting Proverbs chapter 8 today. We're going to get about the first half of the chapter, maybe a little bit more than the first half. Lady Wisdom calls to you. So here, as we're jumping into Proverbs 8, we've been hearing from the seducing woman, the immoral woman, and it is definitely the juxtaposition to wisdom and understanding. And yet we're still going to see them personified as a woman, calling out to people, bringing them in. And so it'll be an interesting compare and contrast kind of a situation to see what is the difference between wisdom and between the seductress, essentially. And one is calling you to death. The other one is calling you to life. It sounds a little bit like John chapter 10, where the thief comes to steal, to kill, and to destroy. But Jesus comes that you would have life and life to the full. So let's go ahead and dig in on verse 1 right here. Doesn't wisdom call out? Doesn't understanding make her voice heard? At the heights, overlooking the road, at the crossroads, she takes her stand. Beside the gates leading into the city, at the main entrance, she cries out. So she's not hiding. She's not being secretive. She's right up there, right out front. People, I call out to you. My cry is to the children of Adam. Wisdom and understanding personified here as a woman calling out to us to life, not destruction. Listen to the call. Verse 5, learn to be shrewd, you who are inexperienced. Develop common sense, you who are foolish. So you can see that the seducing woman was actually targeting people that lacked experience, that lacked common sense, was targeting them to bring them down even further. Wisdom and understanding calls out to pull you up, to teach you, to help you, to strengthen you. Listen, verse 6, for I speak of noble things, and what my lips say is right. So there's truth involved here. For my mouth tells the truth, and wickedness is detestable to my lips. All the words from my mouth are righteous. None of them are deceptive or perverse. None of my words are deceptive or perverse. So it's such a clear contrast between these two characters. But I thought it was interesting that common sense can be developed. So common sense also could be interpreted or translated as an understanding heart or a mind that functions as it should. So a mind that functions as it should can be developed. It's not just what you got is what you got, and you have to deal with that. No, there is growth opportunity here. So don't just accept the situation that you have as your situation and it will be your situation forever, right? But understand that you can grow and you can develop. So develop that common sense, develop that right thinking, develop that mind that functions as it should. Also, just note that if it can be developed, then it must also be maintained. So this can't just be a one and done, one-time shot. Oh, I developed common sense, and so I'm good. No, it needs to be guarded. It needs to be protected. It needs to be updated. You gotta update that operating system, yo. Update the operating system. So if it can be developed, then it must also be maintained. Write that down. Verse 9, all of them are clear to the perceptive and right to those who discover knowledge. Accept my instruction instead of silver, and knowledge rather than pure gold. For wisdom is better than jewels, and nothing desirable can equal it. I, wisdom, share a home with shrewdness and have knowledge and discretion. So shrewdness, knowledge, discretion, all incredible, valuable things to have. And interestingly, saying that
wisdom and understanding are more valuable than gold and silver and rubies and jewels, wisdom also produces an inheritance, which we're going to see that in a couple of verses here. But it's kind of like if you go the right direction, you get both. But if you go for just one, you can really mess yourself up. Because if you go simply for the money, simply for the gold, simply for the glory of it all, and you don't have wisdom and understanding, you won't last. You'll make terrible decisions. You'll end up going down to the path that leads to death. So verse 13, to fear the Lord is to hate evil. I hate arrogant pride, evil conduct, and perverse speech. I possess good advice and sound wisdom. I have understanding and strength. It is by me that kings reign and rulers enact just laws. By me princes lead and do nobles and all righteous judges. So let's take a look at that. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. We know that from Proverbs chapter 1 and verse 7. We read that right out the gate. And so the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. So if we want wisdom, that's what we're talking about, wisdom and understanding. What is the fear of the Lord? Well, let's dig a little bit into some of the definitions that are given for the fear of the Lord. The first is to hate evil. Don't encourage evil. Don't just passively accept evil, but hate evil. Hate it and look to find ways to shut it down in your own life. Those evil desires, those evil thoughts that you have, put those out of business. Crush them, get rid of them, get them out. Hate evil. Pursue what is good. Number 2 is hates arrogant pride. Now, it's one thing, to take pride in what you do and to be confident and encourage and, yeah, that's great. But what we're talking about here is arrogant pride. And we all know exactly what that is. And that's disgusting. That is, ugh, So hate arrogant pride. Hate evil, hate arrogant pride, and then hate evil conduct. So don't just hate the idea of evil, but hating evil conduct, making sure first and foremost that your conduct is as it should be. And then secondarily, then looking to help clean up the conduct of your brothers and sisters in the Lord. And then helping just encourage and strengthen and build and educate people on their evil conduct and how maybe they should choose a better way, right? And so hates evil conduct. Hates perverse speech. Ephesians chapter 4 actually tells us to let no unwholesome talk come out of your mouth, but only that which builds up one another. Wow. Okay. A little bit of a high bar there, but man, as we fear the Lord, we should hate perverse speech because perverse speech is the opposite of what God is and who he is and how he communicates. So you can see that the fear of the Lord being hating evil because evil is the opposite of God. Hating arrogant pride because God is, like Jesus identified himself as lowly and humble. And he also gives grace to the humble rather than just, if you want to be resisted by the God of the universe, right? Resist because he resists the proud, but he gives grace to the humble. And evil conduct and perverse speech. Come on now, let's get rid of that stuff. Let's get it on out of here. And then I want to just take you back to some of the positives, right? So those are some of the negative things. I possess good advice and sound wisdom. I have understanding and strength. So wisdom brings those things that flow out of us as we fear the Lord, to hate evil, arrogant pride, evil conduct, and perverse speech. How are you doing in these areas? I just think it's helpful to take an inventory and see where you are in the process, where you are in the growth process. Remember, because earlier we said you can develop common sense. You can develop a mind that works the right way. So where are you on the journey, the development journey of this right thinking and right heart? and then act on it, right? Figure out where you are and figure out where you want to go and then map out the plan. I love those who love me, and those who search for me find me. With me are riches and honor, lasting wealth and righteousness. My fruit is better than solid gold, my harvest than pure silver. Again, just talking about that value of wisdom and how it does not compare to the gold, and all that stuff is garbage compared to wisdom and understanding. I walk in the ways of righteousness along the paths of justice, giving wealth as an inheritance to those who love me and filling their treasuries. So there you go. That's where it's the buy one, get one free option. If you invest in wisdom and understanding, you get all that other stuff along with the package, rather than trying to get the other thing and selling yourself short and really wrecking your life as a result. And the most encouraging thing, I think, to wrap up our time together is those who seek wisdom find her. Those who seek her find her. So all you have to do is set your heart to seek the wisdom and understanding of God, and you will find it. It's God's promise to us, essentially. So those who seek wisdom find her. Let's set our hearts on finding wisdom today. Let's set our hearts on fearing the Lord by hating evil and hating evil conduct and perverse speech and arrogant pride. Come on now. God bless you. Have a great day. I will see you tomorrow.